Welcome to Why Not Us podcast. It's your host Ken J, and it's September, and it's Alopecia Awareness Month. And alopecia affects almost 7 million Americans, one including men, women, and children. This condition can cause hair loss anywhere on the body, but is most notable when it affects the hair on your head. How are you doing today, Miss Tori?
I am great. How are you?
I'm doing well. How are you feeling mentally today?
Mentally today, I'm in a really good space. Like today is singles day, and today is like the first day that I've been like proud to be single. Like I'm all right with that. I'm at peace with it. Like I'm in a really happy place. So I'm having a good day.
Hey, that's what it is. Happiness
Yeah.
is an inside job, right?
All about right in here. All about it.
Yes, that internal flow, you know what I'm talking about. So that's
Mm-hmm.
what it is right there. So thank you for coming to the platform.
Yes, of course.
And I want people to know about your journey with alopecia. So
Woo. My journey. It has been a journey. Let me say that. So um I first noticed that I was losing my hair right after college around like 2009, 2010. Um, my hairstylist at the time, I had graduated from Norfolk State University, behold, the green and gold. I had just graduated from there and moved to Lynchburg, Virginia, and had to find a new hairstylist, of course, right? And the hairstylist that I had, she started telling me over time, like, your hair is thinning in this area. Your hair is thinning in this area. Because I had cut all my hair off and was wearing like a really short cut and didn't understand like why. So I thought it was just like my eating habits. So I started changing my eating habits, increasing my vitamin E and biotin pills and all of that. And it was not helping. It was not doing anything. And honestly, for a while, I just ignored it. Like I didn't want to address it. I had kind of, how we all think we're doctors. So I go on Google to search
mm-hmm.
and I see them saying that this could be what it is. And I'm like, whatever. But then it started getting worse and started getting to a point where it was like, I felt like I had to wear weave to cover it up. Like I could no longer rock just my short haircut unless I rocked my short haircut with like pieces in it to cover up the area right here. So I moved back to where I'm from, North Carolina, and I finally said, you know what? I'm gonna go and see a specialist. So at the time I was in Fayetteville, North Carolina, and I had found a specialist. It was a Caucasian specialist, and she was just like, "Oh no, we don't have to do no biopsy or test." Because remember, I was a Google doctor, and I had Googled, and I found out that that's something that you should do is get a biopsy. And she was like, "No, you don't need a biopsy. Like this is what it is. I'm gonna give you this cream. You need to use it. Blah blah blah." Well, I did that, and it got worse.
Mm.
So I discontinued the cream. And then in that process, I was actually moving to Raleigh, North Carolina. And I was like, I need to find a black dermatologist in North Carolina. Like, I don't care if I got to drive to Charlotte. Like, I really would love to find a black dermatologist. And luckily, there was one in Durham, North Carolina, Dr. Scales. And I went and saw him, and he was like, "What you mean?" She said, "You don't need no biopsy. That's the first thing we're gonna do to figure this out." So we did the biopsy and it came back that I had alopecia areata, I think is how you say it. I might be saying it wrong. I jack up words, y'all. So it's
Hey.
spelled Areata, okay? So he had prescribed me with a special shampoo, a special hair cream, and I also needed to come in and get shots. I did that for a certain time period, but I felt like it wasn't getting better. It wasn't getting worse like how it did before, but it wasn't getting better. And he had already informed me that most do come back. Not all is permanent. It could be permanent. It could not be. And he felt like at the time that mine probably wasn't permanent, right? Um, so on top of it, I was also getting the steroid shots, which I ain't gonna lie, they hurt. They're not comfortable, like just thinking about your scalp, like that ain't a soft spot.
Yeah.
So having a shot, I used to tell the nurse, like, you gonna have to hold my hand and I'm gonna squeeze it. Okay. Like you gonna have to. But I did it for a while and I felt like it wasn't getting any better, getting any worse. And I felt like the steroids was playing in other areas of like my health and my body. And, just in general, we all know that steroids is not always like the best thing for us. So I stopped doing it. And I just said, I'm gonna live with it. But living with it, I was living with it kind of in shame, like stuck between the middle. Because I would share with people that I had alopecia. Like I would like post about it because, I love to try my best to encourage others. I'm a social worker, so that's just what I do at heart.
Yeah.
But if I had a little boo, you know, I'm not letting him see me in my full rawness. Like you either seeing me in my wig or my bonnet, but you're not gonna see that area. Like, I mean, it was so bad to the point when I am having intimate moments, I'm making sure the bonnet stays on my head. Like, hold on, let me,
I feel you. I got you.
because I didn't want them to see that part of me. But I'm also sharing it with others because I learned how to make my own wigs. Like, it got expensive.
That's
And
dope.
even though my cousin was my hairstylist, like she got bills and she need to be paid for what she do. So of course I'm paying her to do my hair. And I'm like, this is not cheap. You got to buy the weave, you got to get it installed, all of this. Let me figure out how to make my own. So I had started making my own wigs and just sharing like how I make my wigs and different things of that nature. I was also sharing about my alopecia. But like I said, I felt like I was stuck in the middle. Like I wasn't willing to fully,
Embrace it.
yeah, you know what I mean? And then a part of me was like, okay, if you're not willing to fully embrace it,
Hmm.
are you sharing it to get sympathy or sharing it just to get attention from people that a lot of people that don't even know you, but you're not willing to share it with the people that is most intimate with you. And I'm not just talking about a partner. I'm talking about family and friends and people that I can really trust.
Yeah.
Um, and then over the years of going through that, my niece, one of my close friends from college, his daughter, um, was diagnosed with alopecia. And she has, I can't remember the exact name, but she has the kind where she has lost all of her hair. And she's so freaking brave. I mean, this girl is like in the fifth grade. And when I say she's so brave, or fourth grade, Lord, Auntie might be messing up, but just brave because she went through it where, of course, it was hard. But once she lost all of her hair, they found a specialist to make her two wigs. And I remember her coming to stay to go get her wigs fixed because I was like living in a midpoint of where they had to go to get it done at. So they came and visited. And not too long after that, it was like, you know what? I'll wear it when I want to, but this is me. And
Yes.
mommy, I want some cute headbands. And she'll go to school and let the kids know I am not a cancer patient and there's nothing wrong with me. Like, this is who I am. If you want to talk junk about me, see me outside at 3 p.m. Like,
That's the
she's a brave
energy.
little girl. Her name is Carrie. And they have a Care Bears thing all around her alopecia. And it's just so dope. I have to find the information for you, but if I find it, I'll make sure to like tag it onto the Facebook Live. But when I saw how and mind you, I had already been sharing it before, right? But
Yeah.
when I saw how brave this 5-year old, 6-year old, 7-year old, she just turned 10, like how brave she is, I'm like, I'm a grown ass woman and I'm not as brave as she is. And she's living in her truth every day. So back in 2018, I don't know what it was, yo. I really don't. But I went to work. I won't never forget. I had this bad wig that was like ombre and blonde, and I never really wore color. Like I'm really just not that girl.
Got you.
So I had this bad wig with some color. You couldn't tell me nothing. Okay, this was a cute wig. I thought I was cute, and I went to work. Um, And at 10 a.m., I said, I'm about to take an early lunch break. And I hit up one of my homeboys at the time, who owns a barbershop here in Raleigh, North Carolina. And I said, can you cut my hair? He was like, I'm not there, but go to T Black. He's there. Tell him I sent you. And he's in the back of the shop. He's a great cut. You know, he cuts great and you'll feel comfortable. He'll make sure you're comfortable. And I was like, oh, okay, cool. So I went in there, I sat in his chair and I said, I want to cut it off. I want a brush cut. And I'll figure out a way to cover up my spots, but I'm tired. And he said, bet. And T Black, he has his own barbershop now. Have I Cut You Yet here in Raleigh, North Carolina.
Okay.
Help me like recognize like you're beautiful either way. Like you got this, girl. Like if that's what you want to do, cool. And no lie, I went to work that morning with a wig on. I took an early lunch break. I came back, everything gone.
Yeah.
I walked in the building and they were like, "Is that Tori? Yeah, this me. It's the new me. Catch me if you catch me outside, okay? Like this the new me.
I love it. I love it.
So ever since then, I have not worn a wig, and I'm not against it. Don't get me wrong. I'm not against it. Because I love a good like having these breaks. I love a good little long moment. So I'm not against it. But I have not worn a wig since 2018. Now I do like use something called topic fibers to like help camouflage it just so it can look full and things like that. But I'm not ashamed. Like I'm no longer ashamed of my alopecia. Like when people hug me, I let them know, like, you know how men can be taller than you and they get down to hug you. Hey, you're gonna have some black spot stuff on your head, on your shirt, and that ain't my fault because I told you. Or, you know, just even with, you know, my old partner, like I just wasn't ashamed. This was me. This is who you have to love. And even now, I make beauty content and I post on TikTok and Instagram and all of that. And I share my walk with alopecia with my people. And so many people have said like how me sharing my story, they're like, I don't know how you do it, but it helps them. And that's what it's about. Like we have to support one another. There has to be somebody willing, not everybody. And it's okay if it's not for everybody, right? But when you do have someone that's willing to, you feel like you're not alone in this journey because our appearance has so much to do with our self-esteem. And we don't even think about it sometimes. Like we try to make it seem like we just so like we got it. No. And especially as a woman, like hair is so important to us, no matter what type of hair you have. And I've just been on this journey of like, we have to do better in our community of embracing all of it. I don't care if sis got a perm. I don't care if sis rock an afro. I don't care if she has dreads. I don't care if she wear crochets. Girl, you beautiful.
Yes.
No matter what. Instead of shunning each other and downing each other and making it seem like, oh, I'm better than you because I got dreads. Or, oh, I'm better than you because I got, you know, natural hair to go all the way down to my bottom. How about we really just embrace, because you never know somebody's walk.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Would I love to have hair down to my bottom and be able to put my hair up in a ponytail? Absolutely. But I'm in this stage of my life where me and my fro, we do good. We in a really good place. Like I step out, I do my little baby edges and I step out thinking I'm cute and you can't tell me nothing with my fro. Okay. So I love the space that I'm in now of not feeling any shame. And having people reach out and say to me like that I inspired them or I helped them, or even if they're not really ready to let people know, the fact that I've told them like, this is what I do to camouflage my alopecia, you know, by using the topic hair fiber. And it was so funny because, you know, from doing those videos, that brand reached out to me and we just did a major deal at the beginning of this month for Alopecia Awareness Month. Thank you.
Let's go. Big energy. I'm proud of you.
So it was so fun. We did a whole giveaway. 3 winners won their own, like, you know, fiber in the color of their choice because they have about 7 different colors that you can pick from. So they won that and a whole bunch of other goodies from their brand. And it was just great. That was, you know, that's what I love. to just be able to do that. And then after doing that collaboration with them, they offer me my own discount code. So I'm in the process of setting that up.
Let's
Once
go.
that's done, that'll be on my link tree that's on my Instagram page, which is Tori Latisse, same as my name that may be on the screen. Tori Latisse, that's my Instagram and my TikTok. So it'll be in there for people to be able to use that discount code if they want to, if they experience alopecia and want to cover it up. Um, and the thing is alopecia looks different for so many people. I remember I dated a guy in Lynchburg once. I noticed like that's what I was going through. And I told him what I thought I was experiencing. He was like, I have alopecia too. And I was like, how? Because he had a head full, hair like waves, like bruh was fresh.
Hmm.
He had no hair anywhere else. And I never even noticed that. And I mean, on top, it was very fresh into dating, but he did not have hair on his legs, underneath. He didn't grow up underneath his arms. He only had hair on his lashes, his brows, and his head. And he never understood why he didn't grow hair anywhere else. And he found out, later in life by seeing a specialist. So it can look different in so many ways. And we as women are not the only ones who experience it. It's a lot
Facts.
of men that do as well. And it is very heavy in the African American community. That's where it's the most heaviest at. And even with like having the type of alopecia I have, it's mine is dealing with my immune system. And it's so funny because I've had my thyroid checked and all of this, and they're like, it's none of that. But I've come to the conclusion that no matter how much we eat great and work out great and take care of ourselves, things can happen to anybody, right?
Yes.
The most healthiest person can have a heart attack. I'm gonna live my life. And
Yes.
this alopecia, I always tell people in my videos or when I'm talking to them, alopecia don't stop the show. You got this. You got this. Like you can still be you. You just have to figure out and embrace this new part of you. It's just like when anybody goes through anything else. And I don't sit up here and try to make it seem like alopecia is like this disease, right? It's not, I'm not trying to make it seem like it's cancer. But anything that we go through that affects us mentally, physically, with our appearance, that messes with our self esteem, it can be hard. I have
Yes.
had plenty of nights, plenty of days where I have cried about it. And I still get emotional about it, right? Because I'm human. I'm just in a better place where it's not as many days or as many nights as it used to be,
Yes.
you know?
Yeah, that's an inspiration though. Just listening to you, like I was telling you before, my 9-year-old nephew, he has alopecia as well. So, him being able to, hear you and speak on your journey, I know is going to just bring a smile on his face. So,
Oh,
yeah. So he
and he
most
gonna
definitely.
be 15 pulling all the girls.
Yeah, most
Still,
definitely, most
still.
definitely. So his mom is actually gonna come up here Sunday and speak on his journey with
Wow.
alopecia. So that's why I'm just sitting here, just listening to you, feeling your energy. Like I'm just so happy that you're in that space and you are embracing you because you at the end of the day, no matter if you have hair or don't have hair, at the end of the day, you're still a queen. And so that's what it's all about, just spreading love, showing love, and just being your most authentic self. So
Thank
man,
you.
it's love here, man. Like I'm over here smiling because like I just love how you're just in your truth, in your light, and you're just spreading knowledge to everybody. Like it's okay if you have alopecia. It's
Yeah,
okay. You're still rocking, you're still doing your thing. And at the end of the day, it's all about what's inside of here. For real, for real. Like, yo,
right.
what kind of human are you?
Right. Because you could be the prettiest thing in the world. If you
Yeah.
ugly up in here, that ain't got
Yeah.
nothing to do with all of this, right?
Yeah.
Like that's just it's just ugly. And then
Yeah.
you have to fix this inner, right?
Yeah.
But and I really do pray. I think you said it's your sister, right?
Yeah. My
Yeah,
my
I
sister.
I kudos to her because it's also a heavy process on parents.
Yes.
I think it's a little different because I was an adult, so my mom didn't necessarily go through like those hardships. But I look at my brother and his wife and the things that they have went through, like the times that they have cried. I remember one day I was visiting and my sister was trying to do my niece's hair with the hair that she did have left at the time, and was just trying to like cover up some of the areas because I think it was time to like go back to school. And she had to take a break because it became emotional for her because her daughter is going through this hardship.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Yeah.
hard. You don't want to see your babies go through that. Or the fact that when they go to school, kids mean. I
Kids are
don't know
real
about y'all, but
mean.
kids mean because they blunt. They don't know no better half of the time. So you're worried about, about that. And her mom is from Florida, so she trained to go. She ready
Mm-hmm.
to go back to
Mm-hmm.
school. So, it was just hard for her. And I remember I had already cut my hair and had my little brush cut and everything going. And her and my brother went to the barbershop and cut off all their hair for their daughter. And it was just so powerful and so beautiful to see. And I give a lot of kudos to parents that have to deal with that because we live in such a materialistic appearance style world
Yes.
that it does mean a lot, and it's hard, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
it's so funny because over time, like, I have a spot right here, and this is my baby. This is my baby. I don't care. This is like one spot. I don't never cover it up, even with my topic. Like, that's my baby. It's a little slick area. And then I know because I have braids, people are like, "What she mean she got alopecia?" But I just want to be very transparent with y'all. I'm gonna push my camera back if that's all right with you.
Yeah, of course.
So this is like my main spot, my main area. I hope y'all can
Okay.
see it.
Yeah.
So this is my main spot, but I do have other spots also throughout my head. Um, they're like little spots here and there, so you can't necessarily see them that much with my fro because I have like a little fro that's like out there here. But yeah, y'all, it's real. It's really real. And even with doing this, I was scared to get braids. I was like, "Ooh, I ain't had braids in a while." I've had like crochets from when I cut my hair, I grew it out in the middle and just kind of wore crochets for a while. But then I cut my hair off again for my 35th birthday. Um,
Okay.
just like that renewed start of entering those good old true mid 30s. And I was like, oh, I haven't worn that in a while. And I'm like, I'm scared and I'm nervous because, my hair has been, the hair I have is healthy now. So I was scared and nervous. And I said, you know what? F that. I'm about to go. Y'all ain't the only ones that can get braids. I'm about to give me some braids too with my bald spots. And if you see it, then damn it, you see it.
Hey, that's the energy. Jamaica, sis, I appreciate
Hi,
you.
Shamika.
I appreciate you for even, linking us together. Thank you, sis.
Yes.
I'm grateful for you. Thank you, sis, for real. I
Yes.
appreciate you, Jamaica. But you took some pictures like with the sunflowers and everything like that. Like I love that. I love how
Thank
you
you.
was just, vulnerable and you was just being your most authentic self. Like I love those pictures that you took. Like,
Thank you. I took
man.
those pictures. I did an interview with Voyage Raleigh magazine. They had reached
Okay.
out to me and asked me for an interview. And just due to COVID, monkeypox, polio, whatever else is going on, I don't know. We gotta find
Yeah.
Moses and Pharaoh and figure this thing out. But yeah, with everything going on, they asked for me to do it virtually.
Yeah.
So I did the interview, sent them back the questions, but they didn't have a photographer to send out. They said you had to send your own pictures. So I said, I'm about to go out in the middle of this sunflower field at Dorothy Dick's campus and take me some pictures for it. And I share a little bit about my alopecia journey in that interview as well with Voyage Raleigh magazine.
Yo, so in Raleigh, done got confused because that's in Raleigh where the sunflowers is at.
Yeah, every year the Dorothy Ditz campus is always hosting a lot of things now that it's no longer a hospital or asylum, as a lot of people
Yeah.
like to call it. So every year they have a sunflower field. It's so beautiful. It's huge, and people bring their kids out, and you can just walk it, take pictures. There's picnic tables and little games and stuff that you can go out there. So they're always having something at the Dorothy Ditz campus. That's where J. Cole hosts his festival. It's something all the time happening out there on that campus. But yep, right here at home.
Oh, man, that's awesome right there. I
Mm-hmm.
gotta before we even get off, what advice would you give someone that's just finding out that they have alopecia? Like, what advice would you give them?
The advice that I would give is to go through the emotion.
Mm,
Don't try to deny yourself the feelings that you're having. If you are feeling sad and ashamed, that's better than being fake.
mm-hmm.
So go through those emotions while you are seeking the professional help to know where you need to go. Um, and even if if even if you was to go and seek professional help to find out what type you have and you want to go a more holistic way, that's okay. Know that no matter how you want to go, no matter if you want to see a dermatologist or you want to do something more holistically, that's okay. But it's also okay to cry, feel sad, be upset, be mad. Go through those stages so that you can, sorry guys, I'm outside.
You good?
But so that you can get to that journey and that light. It's so much beauty in going through those dark times and those in that hardship of the journey, because there's light that's gonna come.
Yes.
It's
Yes.
always gonna be light. That's just like when you go through a bad breakup, light is going to end up coming back, and light is going to come back. I went through the same thing where I felt ugly, I felt down, I didn't want to be around people. um my sorority sisters don't even know it, but that was one of the reasons why I didn't come to my homecoming in 2009, because I felt so much shame around having alopecia. But now that I look back, I'm very happy that I went through all of those bad moments, because now
Mhm.
I'm here
Yes.
openly and willingly to share my story. So go through those feelings and do what's needed for you. You're not always don't stay in it. Don't purposely stay in it, but go through it so that you can get to that beauty and that light. And just because you have alopecia doesn't make you less worthy of anything that God has for you. Because what He has for you is for you, or whatever higher being that you may believe in. What's meant for you, period, in life is meant for you. The only person that hinders it is us.
Yes.
Nobody else can hinder my blessings and what's coming to me and what is in store for me. The only person that can stop it is me. So
Yes.
just know, like, if you feel like, well, this is why I feel like my husband or my boyfriend is looking at me strange, or the reason why I'm single, nah, boo, you still got it. Or the opposite, even for our men, you still got it. You got it. Stop alopecia. Once alopecia don't stop the show,
Yeah, I
you
love
got
that.
this. So
Most
that's what I
definitely.
would share.
That's the energy right there. So tell them how they can follow you. Tell them about the businesses that you got going on so they can support you. Um, let them know. Let the people know.
Yeah, so I am a beauty content creator outside of being a social worker. So you can always follow me on TikTok and also Instagram at Tori Latisse. You can find me on Facebook at Tori Marshall. That's with two L's, just like the clothing store. um, and there you'll see me talking about my journey with alopecia. I give makeup tips, skincare tips, body care. I am just like that girly girl that just love all that type of stuff. So if you're into that type of thing, I talk about my coffee. I love coffee and matcha. And so you might see a story of me making my own little coffee or matcha at the house. Or I love to do decor type of things. Who knows what you'll see over in my page, but anything with positive energy, and a good time, I'm all about that. But mainly it is about beauty. So you can find it there. Also, I do make planter pots. Right now it's on pause, but that may be coming back soon. So just check out my link tree on my Instagram page. You'll see a list of a lot of different things you can get discounts for. I am a brand ambassador with Minted Cosmetics, which is a Black owned makeup company that you can find in Ulta. So right now they are actually having a sale this weekend where it's like buy one get one free on their website, and you can use my discount code Tori Latisse to receive an additional 15% off on top of the sale that they're having. So it's a lot of different discount codes up there. Go check them out. And if you live in the Raleigh, Durham, Cary, Holly Springs, Apex, whatever you want to call it, Fuquay Varina. That's where I'm originally from. But if you are in that part of North Carolina, I do work at the Sephora on the weekends part-time because I just love being in the midst of makeup. So I do work there. Come out and see me. And I also do makeup for people. So you can always reach out to me. My email is also on my Instagram and my TikTok page. You can reach out. And I also host like live classes. I haven't done one since I moved back to North Carolina in June, but I feel like God is telling me I might need to do one pretty soon. And it was really fun the times that we have done it. So just check me out and stay connected. Or more seriously, if you are someone that have alopecia and you just need someone to listen and you need that listening ear, you can always message me. I'm not about money. I'm not about the followers. I'm not about the numbers. Like I said, I'm a social worker. So I'm about this right here, the real heart. And we have to have somebody sometimes to listen to or encourage or to help us along the way. And if you just need that, I'm also here for that. And I don't have to know you. You know, I don't have to say like, oh yeah, I don't talk to people I don't know. No, you can't be the person that I am and turn people away that need that listening ear. So if you just need someone to get advice from or to just listen to your frustration about it, I'm your girl.
Hey, that's the whole vibe right there. Miss Tori, I appreciate you for coming to the platform and spreading love and light, because you are of love and light is radiating through you. So
thank you. And I feel that from you as well.
You already know you a whole vibe. Yeah, man, this was everything. Just having this conversation with you, like just listening to you. I'm excited. I'm happy. So, that's what it's all about. Just feeling love and light and just being a human, period.
Right.
So, make sure y'all follow Miss Tori. Make sure y'all follow her. Like, yo, you can learn so much about alopecia, about makeup, whatever you want to learn. And she's here to teach. And that's the energy. We need more people like you. We most definitely do. So this is Why Not Us podcast. Thank you again for coming to the platform. And y'all know I gotta play my outro song. So here you go.
Give it to us.
Let's go.
Bye, y'all.
You can be what you wanna be. See what you wanna see. Go where you wanna go. Oh. Why not? Why not us? Why not us? Why not? Why not us with Ken J? Why Not Us podcast with Ken J.